Hey you guys, it's Kiki and I'm back with another video this week. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss another one of my videos. Let's get into it. So I know everybody's feeling the burn right now with coronavirus and you can't really go anywhere, you can't go to your salon, you can't get your hair cut. So this is for all those out there who are now finding themselves in charge of cutting your son's hair, cutting your husband's hair. Where do you start? What do you do? I got you, boo. Safest advice that I can give you first would be just don't cut it. If you've had any excuse to be looking crazy, now is the time. So if you're really terrified of messing things up, just save yourself the drama, save your husband the drama, save your son the drama, just don't cut it. My next piece of advice would be get yourself a pair of clippers. Get yourself a pair of clippers with guards. Now, what kind of clippers should you get? Honestly, whatever the cheapest pair that you can find is would be best, because you don't need a lifetime pair of clippers. You just need something that's going to get you through these couple of months before you guys can go back to your barber and get everything done. So I would recommend just get whatever the cheapest pair of clippers you can find for this. If you've been here to my channel, you know I do DIYs. My preferred, the clippers that I use would be wall clippers. They came in this nice little case. They came with the clippers and the guards, and that's really what I use to cut my own hair and my son's hair. My husband is completely bald. He just shaves his head with a razor. Keeps everything easy. Okay, so these are my wall clippers. I will show you guys what your clippers look like and what you need to look for in clippers at home. Now, I don't need to remind you, but I will remind you, you're not a professional. I'm not a professional. So the less complicated we can make things is the best chance we have of getting through this. So these are my wall clippers, very basic, very standard wall clippers. Now, when you go to the store, you may see some clippers that have like a little switch here, like a knob that goes back and forth. This is to help with fading. This is not the time to try to learn how to fade hair. So if you see clippers with that little switch on it, I promise you, you get it and the switch might be loose, or you might hit that switch by mistake and you're gonna have all different lengths of hair on that head. Please just stick to the basics. Get regular clippers that don't have that fade functionality. So you have your clippers. You ready to cut hair? No. Please, don't just use the clippers. You got to put a guard on it. You got to put a guard on it. There are so many guards. What kind do I use? Relax. I got you, boo. Okay, so my hair, I always cut my hair with a number 1 guard. You see this is very low. I cut my hair about a week ago. And so this is what it looks like now grown out. So the number 1 is even shorter than this. Honestly, if you are cutting African American hair, black hair, my tip for you is cut it as low as possible, because you don't want to have to keep doing this every week or every 2 weeks. So just give it a low cut and just give it time to grow out and breathe and let it do what it does, okay? So if you're cutting black hair, I recommend go as low as you can. A number 1 is probably gonna do the job for you, honestly. If you're cutting straight hair, I recommend please don't cut it too low, because you'll be out here looking like Bobby Hill, okay? If you have straight hair, try and cut your hair a little bit on the longer side. This is a number 4 guard. This is a number 4 guard, and this is what I use with my son, because his hair is on the curly to wavy to straight side. I don't ever cut his hair lower than this, because he will be looking crazy with shorter hair. A little tip is you can kind of tell how long or short the hair is going to be by looking at the guards. So for example, this is a number 4 guard. You see it's a little bit bigger, a little bit longer here. This is a number 1 guard. This is what I use to cut my hair. Okay, so when I'm cutting my hair, I slap a number 1 guard on it. Oh, that's not right. Make sure your guard is on properly. If it's sideways, you're gonna mess your hair up. When I cut my hair, I slap a number 1 guard on it, and that gets the job done. Same for my son. When I'm ready to cut my son's hair, I just slap a number 4 guard on it, and I'm ready to go. See? Simple. The next thing, and I kind of mentioned it when we were talking about which clippers to buy. The next thing I want you guys to focus on is do not try to fade your hair. This is not the time to be fading hair. This is not the time to be doing anything fancy. Okay, if you've never faded hair before, now is not the time to start. So don't get clippers that have that fade functionality where you can get different lengths using the same guard, because that 100% guaranteed will mess you up. Number 2, don't try to fade it yourself. Don't try to put different guards on, because you're going to end up having like Stairway to Heaven on your head. You're going to end up having like low cut, medium cut, high cut. You don't want Stairway to Heaven in your head. Don't even try to fade it, because I promise you it's going to look jacked up. Even if you somehow manage to let the like sides and the front look okay, your back is going to be jacked up. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. The next thing I want to recommend is have somebody else do it for you if possible. So I started off talking about, my ladies, if you're cutting your husband's hair, if you're cutting your son's hair, that's perfect, because you can get a 360 view. If possible, cut your hair for your husband, cut your hair for your son, because they're going to have a very difficult time trying this from scratch, trying to angle a mirror behind them and trying to cut and trying to make everything look good. Save themselves the trouble, save yourself the trouble, so you don't have to look at that craziness, and just cut their hair for them. It's not that big of a deal. The last piece I will recommend is when you're done cutting the hair, go ahead and clean the clippers out, okay? You don't want to imagine if I just reached in this and this whole thing was full of hair and gunk, and it's going to make it get dull and everything. Just don't be gross. Clean it out when you're done. Clean out all the hair that you can find in the clippers. Clean out the sink. Clean out whatever. I mean, I will speak for my ladies out there. It's disgusting when you walk into a sink and you see fresh beard trimmings on the sink, okay? So it's a similar concept. When you're done cutting your hair, clean it up. Not just your surroundings, clean up your clippers too. And just one final pro tip. For example, say you started cutting and something went wrong in some way. Maybe you held it weird, or maybe you did have the clippers with that switch on the side for the fade, and you ended up fading your hair wacky and you have different hair lengths. What I would recommend to you is just go one size down, go one guard down, and just cut it all off. Just pretend like it never happened, and you'll save yourself the heartache of walking around looking crazy. So this is Kiki. I hope this helps somebody. Thanks for watching my video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.